Looking for royalty-free music? Check out Epidemic Sound. Deliver cleared videos to your clients with full sub-licensing rights. Find a subscription for you and start creating right away. Start your free trial today.
At T-Mobile for Business, we're using unconventional thinking to create new opportunities for small business growth, like
Alright, hey guys, Dante here and welcome back to my channel, The Burger Thought, and welcome back to another Sunday night stream. So, today we are going to be doing a little bit of plugging, plug. I mean, what is a stream other than plugging yourself anyway? But the main thing is, what I'm plugging is some products I'm working on. Yeah, actually older products. What we have here is a product I did a while back in my early days of trying to, you know, promote myself. This is a bookmark in a series known as Everyday Monsters. And the Everyday Monsters are literally what you see right here. Just a weird looking kind of monstrous creature just talking about stuff he goes through in his everyday. This one right here is one of my favorites. It's the first one I actually did. It's gonna be okay. I'm a doctor. He kind of has the Zoidberg, not Zoidberg, but Zorak or Brack kind of feel to him. That old Hanna-Barbera kind of feel to him, and I really liked him. So I'm going back to these bookmarks, and I'm just kind of giving them a facelift, just making them look a little better. They were all done in flat colors. So you have the doctor, you have the "Would you like fries with that?" Just the screaming like rooster. You have the gym teacher. You have the college graduate who's just really happy to see you. You have this weird guy who's like just there to help you around your house, and then you have the piano teacher. And I'm just gonna go back in and essentially do some more shading, just around these, to make it look a bit more three-dimensional. Nothing crazy. And then I'm going to be printing these out on some cardstock. I'm gonna hand cut them most likely. I got plenty of cards. I got plenty of cardstock here in the house. I'm just gonna print them out in basic cardstock and just like sell them for like $1. They're pretty much business cards, but you can use them as bookmarks. Sell them for $1 just to like just help promote the artist. Nothing too crazy. I could do a huge print of these to like Staples or whatever, but I know for a fact that their cardstock, their standard cardstock, is actually a little lighter than what I use in my printer. So I might as well just do it myself and then cut them myself. The original stack I did of these were laminated, but they didn't laminate well. The lamination kind of peeled off. So these are just gonna be straightforward cardstock, and I will be selling these at New York Toy Con in September, and more appropriately, HorrorCon, Brooklyn HorrorCon in October. More monstrous theme. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Now, the first issue I have with this particular drawing is that, unlike the other ones, like the rooster right here, the rooster you can separate between the colors and the ink layer. This original one got saved as a solid piece, so we're going to do some finagling. We're going to do some trickery and see what we could do to separate those layers a bit. Let's go ahead and just grab all of the, as much of the black outlining as possible. Let's see. Gotta get his tie. He's a businessman after all. Gotta get his tie. I'm just trying to grab all of the really black, solid black lines. And I'm just gonna copy and put that right on top, and then we're going to copy that, put it right on top, and then we're going to try and do the coloring beneath it, see how it comes out. Not cut and paste, let's do a copy and paste. Copy and paste, good. Take that away. Oh wait, no, let me back out of that first. Let's not copy and paste. Let's first make sure I grab everything here. Then we'll do the copy and paste. Let's see. Is that everything? No, we're missing his teeth and jaws as well. Good, good, good. Double checking, trying to make sure I got as much as I can. And there's actually stuff I don't want. That's way too close. Yes, there's some stuff here I don't want. Lasso. There we go. You don't want that. You don't want that. Okay. So I hope everyone's doing very well. I myself had a very productive and fun weekend. Tiring so far. Tiresome weekend. Today was a sleepy Sunday. I woke up super late, and so did all my other friends. Not all my friends, but my close friends, Pretorius Rex, Joe, and Romina Sotorova, Mina. So my good friends Joe and Romina, we all met up at Joe's house, and we worked on a project for our buddy Ray, who's working on his film, Clones versus Drones. That's Creature Crosby on Instagram. He's doing the Clones versus Drones short film, and he asked myself and to extension Joe as well to help with work. And we all met up at Joe's house along with Romina because she just wanted to hang out. And we did some prop work. We just just assembling some random pieces of material for him, and then we just stayed up till like 3 in the morning talking to each other, which we haven't done in a long time. And by the time we all got home, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and we all super slept late, which is funny because we all text each other around the same time. Oh, I just got up, and it was like almost 11 o'clock or something. We all just not that we were even out of bed. Like I was in bed and I was like, it's 11 o'clock. I just got up. I rolled out of bed today at like 12. It's good to know you could do that sometimes. this all looks good. Once again, copy and paste. Yeah, that looked good. Alright, so remember, kids, to always label your layers. It'll drive you nuts. Let's deselect that. See, getting tons of messages on my phone. Speed, but this freaking tablet, which is probably older, does just fine. I'm just having like I hate having 6 devices around me at the same time. Anyway, okay, so I'm thinking we should completely copy the art layer. Good. Let's lock that one and make it invisible. And we'll label this color. So what we're doing here, we have the ink lines duplicated, the original image duplicated, which is going to be a color layer, so I don't care about what happens with that, and have the original image just saved to the side and hidden away. You might have heard earlier, the music was different. And I found a really nice playlist. Copyright free, but the playlist is chopped up. So after every like 10 minutes, freaking 3 commercials roll in. And I was like, no, I'll just have a continuous playlist of whatever. Better. Actually lower the opacity on the ink layer, because even though I selected even though we selected just the blacks, you know, it always catches little pixels around it, so you can kind of see if I get real close. There's like a light color if they have the layer selected, the light color, and then the actual color layer beneath it. So if I take away the color layer, that's what I'm talking about right there. I'm pointing as if you can see it with my hand. But if I lower the transparency, it hopefully gets rid of that little bit of extra. And I like doing this now because he has like kind of like shadows under his eyes. That's not gonna work. No, I'm gonna have to. You know what? Screw that. I'm gonna have to leave it on regular opacity and then get in there and actually erase that edge. not going too crazy with the. I'm trying not to go too crazy with the coloring on these, unlike the other pictures. These are meant to be, you know, minimal shading. Oh. There we go, there's a little line that we missed in the ink layer. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. Just trying to give it a bit more of a rounded feel to it. Then very carefully get rid of that edge that was accidentally captured when we duplicated the ink. Yes, I turned on my laptop and it's like, do you want to update your McAfee? No. Are you sure? Yes. Do you want to go unprotected? Yes. And it's popped up at least 4 times in the past like 15 minutes, and that's why it just slows down everything on my freaking computer. I'm like, no, would you stop asking me if we can who have to stab if we can get this done with? Once again, just trying to get rid of those weird edges that are in the ink layer. Yeah, I don't know how, but yeah, when I accidentally like flattened the original image, I was like, oh! And this was like the very first one I actually designed. I just drew it. I was drawing it one day at my old job. I was at work and I just drew it in the sketchbook and I was like, this guy looks hysterical. I need to do something with him. And I just wrote down like, it's okay, I'm a doctor. I think I wrote that down because I believe my friend. Yeah, this goes all the way back. I think this goes all the way back years. This one drawing goes back years and years and years and years. Freaking, you're talking like early 2000 maybe, 2005. I don't know for sure. When myself and Red Spectra worked at the same job, and I think he might have. I don't know. Maybe he was the one who gave him the voice. Either that or I drew this and then like it was probably after he left the job, and then I showed him the drawing and he did the voice, and it was like he did the it's gonna be okay, I'm a doctor. Like he did this really like guttural voice, and it made me laugh so hard. And I was like, okay, this is the guy now. This is his character. Now you know what? Yeah, for whatever reason, Twitch does not play well on this old laptop. YouTube does, everything else does. Twitch doesn't. Twitch is always buffering. So I'm gonna switch for a minute on my laptop. I got two screens on my laptop, separate from my desktop, showing me Picardo, because Picardo has a separate chat from my group chats. But YouTube and Twitch are in the same chat, Restream. That way I can see both the chats on the side of me. Okay, just gonna do a quick type in test 2 in the chat. Oh, let's check. That's test at symbol. Test 2. Okay. Okay, we're good. Okay, ink layer lock back into our color layer. Let's do some dark reds. Yeah, so the theme is these are just everyday monsters going about their everyday life. You know, picking their kids up from school, that kind of stuff. Once again, I'm using the color pencil tool, which I think, as of right now, I really like its blending. I like the way the blending looks. Because, as I've probably mentioned many times before, digital blending has been quite a struggle for me my entire life. I've just never gotten it right. I think the color pencil one works very well. So the thing is, I'm using the color pencil, which is a grainy kind of texture, to do the shading, but I'm still keeping the solid, almost cell shading edge, like the really clean edge. So I'll clean up that. I'll clean that up afterwards. Once again, the only real issue with the color pencil is that there's a wide berth when it comes to the when you select your point, like your pixel point. Right now I'm using 0.3, but it does like extend further than that. It feels like it does. Why is that? Okay, boom, click that. Okay, let's switch over to mechanical pencil, G pen to be precise. And like I said, we're just gonna do a nice kind of smooth edge. There you go, something simple. He has lots of white on one side of him. Wonder, fudge it, put a bit of a wrinkle shading in there. Something that looks like, there you go, just something that's like in the fabric. There you go, yeah, something that looks like he has like a some kind of like stitching or whatever, just to give it a little line right there. I'm using the wrong pencil. Oh no, I was using the right one. You don't really see much of it right now, but I am gonna add some more shading to the eyes, which is like the most prominent thing. So that's definitely gonna pop out a bit more. Also a little bit more light on the back of his neck. So you're shading eyes, and I am in no way an expert in like glossy eyes and stuff. I never did the anime gloss eyes, so I have, when I do a little thing in the eye, it's just like the pupil, the iris, and a little white dot. That's it. That looks bad. So like the sparkles and everything, I'm like, no, that never did that. He has these weird, like, I don't know, I just gave him these weird looking eyes. I don't know what the deal is with the top red half and the... So we're gonna have to like fudge it. We're just making up the shading as we go along. Maybe. No, let's keep the red just the red. Alright. Just keep a little bit of shading in the base of the eye, the greenish, yellowish part. What we will do, new layer, call it shine for now. And it's gonna do a little white, simple white shine. Yeah, that makes it really pop out. Alright, let's save that. Don't worry, I'm a doctor! It is like a Zoidberg kind of like monstrous creature. There we go. Which is funny because obviously that's obviously a humanoid kind of shape. That's like that's a person in that name tag. That is not this guy. But they are people as well. They are people. Yeah, I think just just a little bit of a shine on the eye, just a little bit of the shadow. It just gives it a whole new dimension, quite literally. Would it be literally? Because it's still 2D, right? So even though if you do a 2D image in a 3D, even if you draw a 3D image on a 2D form, are you making it a literal 3-dimensional image? Okay, now the second favorite. Everyone's favorite fast food attendant. Would you like fries with that? Let's switch the pencils for a minute just to give him some texture on this nose. Just the basic dots, little dots, to kind of like define it as like a bit of a texture. There's a beak, so the beak should also be, I think, a hard texture. A little bit of shading, yes, but we're going to go a little hard on this. So per usual, since you know some of you who might be watching this know of my current fixation, let's talk about the Owl House. It's just my weekly thing now, man. I love that show. That show does I tell my friends about it. I'm sure they're tired of hearing about it. But yeah, it's God, man. They know what they were doing. In today's episode, so the voice actress for Amity is the same voice actress who did Katara from Airbender, Avatar Airbender. And it is obvious they leaned into that today, especially. They have the character walking around with like this little jar of abomination goop, which is, you know, the slime that the abomination people use to create their creations, the abominations. So she still uses her magic, like she still does a little ring thing, and she's using her staff, but she also carries it with her, so I guess it's like another way of like not just summoning it, but she has it on hand at all times. Because usually the abomination coven, you see them simply summon their creature. You don't really see them need to carry it, but I guess carrying the abomination juice, if you want to call it that, probably makes it easier. And I'll be damned, man, like they had to go full waterbender, just combining her using what's in the little jar she's carrying, while also using her staff to like control it. Like, they found a way to like not just forget the fact that this universe has rules. Like, witches control magic by drawing circles in the air and by using their staff to draw circles, but at the same time allowing her to like freeform, just pull it from the little satchel she has. And the fight scene is so freaking good. So good. Like the fight scene between her and the character, the Golden Guard. And I say Golden Guard right now because I forget his actual name. It's great. It's freaking, the animation's so good. Like, they know when to pump up their animation. They know when to actually like put a little extra effort into it. But with that being said, the standalone animation of the show doesn't feel weak. Like, the show itself has really, really good smooth animation and fun, detailed background. Like, you want to see some cool stuff, check out the after episode comes out, the artists usually upload onto Twitter like still images of the background, like the original black and white pencil sketches for every background they do, especially when they're doing stuff like in the night markets or whatever they call it, the place where they sell all their goods. All the little puns that are in the background, it's freaking hysterical. So the artwork of that show is always top notch. But when they do animation, when they do animation for fight scenes, they put that effort in. Like, you see that effort, it just cranks up. And yesterday, because this is Sunday, so yesterday was no exception. When she goes against the Golden Guard, and they're just freaking like, he's teleporting, she's like making shields out of her abomination goop. It's done so freaking well, and it's obviously like airbender fight, and people haven't said it yet. I mean, they've mentioned the airbender, they mentioned the airbending. I keep saying airbending. Sorry, they mentioned the waterbending like technique kind of that she's using, but no one's talking about the fact that it's obviously like an extreme parallel to the Ba Sing Se betrayal. When like Katara and Zuko get like really close because they realize they both like lost their parents to this war for various reasons. She lost her mother because she was killed. Zuko loses his mother because she literally has to like run off after killing his grandfather, and that's what does happen in the show. You know, they don't outright say it, but yeah, Zuko's mother kills his grandfather to undo the grandfather's command to have him killed. And then he betrays her. Like, he betrays Katara in the Ba Sing Se like underground caves, and that's what happens here. Like, they have this like moment of connection with Amity and the Golden Guard, and then he just like, and she tells him, like, she gives him information that he should take to heart. That's really intelligent, and like, listen, that you need to like let good people into your life, because that's how you get better. When you let the good people in until they get rid of the bad people. And he drops it the moment he realizes that he might be able to like get back in good graces with his mentor. So much like how Zuko drops Katara's words of wisdom of just being a better person the moment he thinks he could regain his honor or whatever. It is like an obvious freaking parallel to Avatar, and like no one's talking about that. Everyone's just talking about the fact that it's waterbending. Of course it's waterbending. Of course it looks like waterbending, but no one's freaking pointing that fact out. That, dude, it's the freaking Ba Sing Se betrayal. Either way, even though no one's saying it yet, I'm saying it, and it's a good show. It's a really good show, and and we also get a nice Belos face reveal. He looks so like chilled. Like, everyone was pissed when Belos like did that thing where he puts a blade next to the Golden Guard's head when the Golden Guard speaks at a turn. Everyone was like, "Oh, fuck you, man." But when you see him in a moment of like calm, it's like, oh, I can kind of get why the Golden Guard like feels indebted to him, because the guy comes off like nice when he needs to be. And Kikimara is a trip, man. Kikimara is losing her goddamn mind, and I love it. I think someone once called her a little Pokemon. I was like, who the hell is this freaking Pokemon? And I remember when I first heard that, I was like, you know what, you're not wrong. Like, this episode, Kikimora is like, she was the definition of you're not crazy if they're actually trying to get you, because she wasn't wrong. She was like, everyone's like, you're going kind of nuts, ma'am, and she's like, no, the Golden Guard's here. I can smell him. Damn, that was bugging me. I'm trying to remember the Golden Guard's name now. Hunter. That was it. I keep thinking Tyler for some reason. It's Hunter. By the way, big shout out to like the voice actor, because that one line he says when they're like making fun of the sound of his voice, like, yo, he has an annoying voice, and he's like, why does everyone say that? Like, he just sounded so depressed. His big old Simpson looking eye. Oh, so originally these word bubbles I did way back in Photoshop. Before I knew the I wasn't aware that you could do a stroke around the preset shapes in Photoshop. Primarily the fact that there was word bubbles in Photoshop, but I didn't know you could do strokes. So the first ones I did, I literally made these from scratch. I would do a circle, do a smaller circle that was white on the inside, and then draw the little arrow. that was like the first 3 I did. Then like sometime later I found out, oh look, there's strokes in Photoshop. But you can't adjust where the little arrow comes out. So a lot of these had the pre-made shape from Photoshop of the word bubble, but like the curve of the arrow was like always offset. So I redid all of these before the stream using Clip Studio. And it was a little tricky. I was trying to get used to how to use the cuz these are like straight. I do like it when it curves a little bit, but these are just straight down. And it was a little tricky to get curves, but these came out okay. Let me see, like this one's straight down, this one's more of a straight down angle, this one has a slight curve to it, and that one has a slight curve to it. But it was good practice trying to, you know, get used to these word bubbles. He does have this kind of weird, like, Flintstone tie thing going on here. And let's just get the basic. There we go. Just want to get that freaking blend. Blend, damn you, blend. Yes, I know there's a blend tool in this. I know. So on my agenda of figurines I want to make, some custom figurines. The first figurine that I really should work on, and I want to work on, is of my friend Red Spectra, gonna do his mascot character, gonna do his avatar, if you would. He paid to have the original base, the base we're gonna use. He paid to have that like shipped to me. So I definitely want to work on that. But damn, I'll be damned if I didn't like also want to make a figurine of Amity from today's episode, but she has like a giant abomination fist. But once again, I want to focus primarily on YouTube personalities, people who I admire for for the quality work they put out. I kind of want to do a Jaden animation figurine, but because she's such a simplistic shape, same thing with Let Me Explain Studios. It's like, damn, how would I pull that off? I'm sure people have done statuettes of her, like 3D printed statuettes. But she's also on the list of like, because I find her work entertaining, it's fun, but definitely I want to do Let Me Explain Studios. Think what I want to do once again, just break up the smoothness and let's make it like this weird, like, is it feathers, is it scales, why is it like this? Maybe a little bigger. I do want to add a shine to this. More orangey. Very little. Just more yellow. More yellow. There you go. Like barely noticeable, but it helps. Oh, the tie. We gotta do the tie. Ooh, that's not right. Make sure the shading is like semi-consistent between the two colors. There we go. I think that's good. actually like it when the color bleeds out a little bit. Okay. It does have a bit of an indent here, so like here. Grab you first. There you go. Kind of the like hint of a collarbone kind of thing. Alright, file saved. Someone just text me. Someone just text me again. Just adjusting the camera. There we go. File saved and closed. Hydration break. Why is it so hot? Oh, freaking drink was right next to the vent, the fan for my laptop. Now it's all hot. And this guy got tons of wrinkles on him. Freaking, it wasn't like I'm clicking. Like, why are you not picking up the color? Pick up the color, damn you! Pick it up. Back at the pinch. Yeah, soft shading, nothing crazy. And once again, I think the color pencil tool really works. Just gonna do a quick systems check. Mute that. There we go. Per usual, quiet evening. I really need to spruce up my Twitch page. Like, I don't know how you put, I don't know if you pay for it or what, because you could put your info. And it's the, you know, you have the About Me stuff. But then I see people who have the About Me, then they have, like, all these, like, images and whatnot beneath that. And I'm like, how do you upload those images? How do you upload those things onto your page? Like, it's like a wallpaper? Whatever. That's weird. Is that the ink layer that's doing that? Yeah. In the ink layer, we have like junk. Look at that. Like a weird, maybe stuff that never got erased properly. Granted, this is stuff that you probably never even notice when it gets printed. But I notice it. This expression, something's wrong in the state of Denmark. There we go. Now, out of curiosity, let's see once again if we can find a new copyright-free music, because I'm going a little crazy hearing it myself. That doesn't have tons of commercial breaks all through it. Because there's some music that's really good, but it's just commercial break, commercial break, commercial break. Pause that for a minute. So I have a what I usually do, I'll look for it. Let me see. I look at it, and then I also look at the chat. If someone says in the chat, by the way, 15 minutes in I got flagged, then it's not copyright free music. See a description for this. We are a professional music promoter, and it says if you need to contact us, which means they probably just take a bunch of songs they find online. Here, all songs in this video are copyright free, and you are able to use them in your YouTube videos and live streams. Please support the artists. So we're going to switch over and see how this sounds. So this is Radio Nation Top 500. That's not 500 songs in this. No copyright sounds. 12 hours of chill gaming mix music. Let's see how that sounds. Raise the desktop audio just a pinch. So let's see if that works. That's still inking. Yep, there's like little things on the ink layer that's making this image look dirty. A dirty boy. So we're gonna play this playlist. Then I'm gonna watch my my Twitch and YouTube notifications, And if nothing pops up regarding copyright in these songs, maybe we'll use this playlist again. What's weird is that it's so freaking low. Maybe I just don't hear it. Oh, it's there. It's just really low. Just fiddle around with the no, that's my desktop audio. Desktop audio is set to high. There we go.
It's all about humanity.
Using a slightly more grayish blue for the t-shirt shading, rather than just going from white to gray.
It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity.
Trying not to put too much highlight shading, just because, but some of these really need it to like curve around the shapes. Yeah, because now he looks a bit more shiny, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with him being a little shiny. Always go back in with a little bit of, just a bit more of the green again. Blend the green in. Alright, coach is done. I only learned one thing in college: never give up. Alright, Mr. Roboto, you're gonna be easy because your mechanical parts are just gonna be clean mechanical pencil shading. Ugh, fool. You are a fool, Dante. Rock that layer. There we go. I was in the wrong layer. I was in the ink layer.
The back and forth has got me so messed up. Don't ignore the signs. We've had enough of the whole damn thing that we got going. You hold the strings without me knowing. Why do I have to suffer through the thinking? Why do I have the feeling that we're sinking? I need to find a way. Find a way. Find a way. Find a way out. Find a way. Find a way out. Find a way, find a way out. What's all this for? It's got me turned around, but I can't ignore the feelings that I found in this whole damn thing that we got going. You hold the strings without me knowing. Why do I have to suffer through the thinking? Why do I have the feeling that we're sinking? I need to find a way. Find a way. Find a way. Find a way out. Find a way out. Find a way out. Find a way out. Find a way out.
Hey, intern. So, fun fact, since we're on this guy right here. This guy and the upcoming demonic snake-looking creature, the one that's gonna be saying, "Hey, I could paint your house for real cheap." You see him, he's like, give me a second, hold on. Lower that a little bit, lower this a little bit. him. So this guy right here, and the guy we're working on right now, these are actually like little pixel sprites I did at work one day. One day I was at work and got really bored and realized that the register I was working at, because registers are computers now, pretty much, had access to basic paint. And they did really small, like old school sprites of like this kind of snake, demonic looking creature, and this guy with his robotic arms. And I loved them so much, I wish I took photographs of them, that afterwards I drew them as this. I drew them into these monsters. But yeah, they were like old school, like Space Invader sprites. There we go. See, how does that look when I back up? Yeah, I like that. Simple, but it works. How's my hair, by the way?
Chance to make it. I'm afraid if our love collides, you'll leave me alone tonight. 'Cause I'm changing and I'm breaking. Is this over? I'm scared to ask these questions, 'cause I know that you'll reject my love, moving slow. These pieces without a
So listening to this music, it gets me thinking about, so they made a cartoon a while back of Big Hero 6. So you can always tell when Disney just gives up on a show. Sometimes they do it on shows that are good. Like DuckTales was a pretty good show, but you could tell at the end they were like, who cares about it no more? And you could tell when they do that because they'll dump it on like Disney XD. Now, XD was like originally the like this is where the cool shows are at. So they did it with DuckTales, and they did it with Big Hero 6, the cartoon. I have to admit, I saw the cartoon Big Hero 6. It was okay show. It was it leaned onto the silly. There was it was whatever. Heavily episodic, but not completely. But it wasn't without merits. They actually had it wasn't without merit. They actually did have like a few interesting characters. Carmi was like the she was the girl who would butt heads with the main character Hero. But later on, you could tell like something developed there. Like the writers, you know, they cared about what they were writing. But yeah, this music just kind of makes me think about it. You know, we could be heroes. You know, typical like action hero theme song. But yeah, but after a while, it got moved on to. It just got moved over to freaking Disney XD, and I don't think they ever did anything after that. I have no idea if the show kept going. I have no idea if they even had a season left, or they just kind of had like a handful of episodes and just burnt them off once it was on freaking Disney XD. But yeah, but I just always find it like interesting. Like, oh, this show's on Disney XD. Yeah, that's Disney saying, who cares? It was a show that had interesting ideas, but I think it was always hampered by them trying to be funny and lighthearted. Like, they had a few interesting villains and stuff, but it just kind of fell to the wayside. This guy's odd. He's a lumpy space princess. He's just a lumpy dude. So I'm not too sure how to handle the shading on him. Like, do I just do shading on the edge like I normally do? Should I like do some internal shading in the big blank areas to like hint to the bumps? Like, if I do a bump like this right here. Do what now? It's a freaking meat wad. Do what now? I always freaking love that joke. That was when I used to care about that show. After a while, I was like, okay, I get it. Everyone in the series is a jerk. Even the one you kind of feel sorry for, like Carl, like he was a jerk too, but like you also felt kind of sorry for that dude. Just leave his car alone. Ooh. Just got a bit of a dizzy spell all of a sudden. Not a spill, not a dizzy spell like I was gonna pass out, but just like for a minute everything just kinda went woo. The world flexed for a moment. Did a freaking Neo when he flexes and the world bends around him. Oh, that was weird. Just getting rid of this old line I did in the inks. Just actually fill it with a circle. Like that. That way. Better. Much better. Save. Oof, that was not it at all. Why is it so big? Try 0.1. There we go. I think that's good for now. Here's our man. Color. Inks. Once again, label your layers, people. We live in a society. Whatever the hell that means. Nom 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 nom. Sorry. I'm a freaking child. Nope. You gotta love them chompers. Something just went iffy. And, I just had to refresh my Picardo. Now I can see what's going on there. Not that I think there's anyone going to be in the chat, but you know, always good to keep an eye on it. I was thinking of doing a second account on Picardo. Like one for one type of artwork, one for the other type of artwork. Just I want to do a second account for like a project I had in mind. But to do a second account, then you gotta do a second account for stream. Then you gotta do it wouldn't be a second account for Restream. It would just be only on Picardo because it is like a test I want to try. But then you gotta do like a you can easily do two accounts on Picardo, but I'm not sure how you do a second account on like with the OBS and everything. You got some big old chompers that just perfectly interlock. It's like when you look at like a dog's, a canine or a cat, like their teeth just perfectly interlock. Us humans, we eat too much candy. That doesn't work anymore. No, 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 no. He has a little worm-like body, a little wiggly body. There you go. Just give him a little shine on the head. Too big. He's staring at you. He's staring very closely. Maybe when Garnet stares back at you with her freaking third eye. I think like the other thing for this would be like, I can't hear you, I don't got my glass. No, was it yeah, I can't hear you, I don't got my glasses. Like for someone like him, this would be great for that. I can't hear you, I don't got my glasses. It's that thousand miles stare. Okay, we're down to it is 9:59, and we're on the last of the monsters. At least the last one's here. Before I get to this, let's open up real quick. These two, you and you, and we're also going to open up. No. Click. We're also going to open up this and this. I want to show you the other ones. So we have another like gym teacher kind of character. Hello, I'll be a substitute coach for today. So we have him. We have the man, I hate bills. Once again, this Red Spectre. I owe a lot to this creation, thanks to Red Spectre. This I hate bills. Then they have this like bug in a box. The literal TV set that babysits your kids. Hi, I'm from the babysitting service. It's a little like TV set. And then we have this guy right here. Today is my little girl's birthday. Actually, I do want to put a bit of a highlight on him. I've done highlights for everyone so far. Nope. Let me just do a little. Yeah, just to like really push out these weird cracks he has in his body. There we go. Yeah, it makes him look more rounded. Alright, last one, people, and then that'll be it for tonight. I've been teaching piano for 15 years now. Inks, lock, color. Boom. Ish, that was not right. Clicked on the ink layer and grabbed some of that black ink by accident. Now the issue with this is similar to what I had issue with when I was trying to do Spider these past 2 weeks. Shading shades of pink. Kind of hard, kind of tricky for me. You got these like really pronounced sunken in eye holes, I don't know what you call them, just sunken in like slots. So I'm using the Iho color and the gum color as like the starting darkness, and it's actually really dark against everything else. So I'm actually like finding myself going back and lining it a lot right now. Just adding lots more lighter colors. There we go, that's better. You got the Marge Simpson kind of pearls and green shirt, which I now notice. In hindsight, I now notice I gave her. She got this like funny like fin going on in the back of her head, or just her spine, I guess. Very light in the little dark areas. Very light in the dark areas, meaning that I'm using a very light hand while dropping in this, once again, this darker purple. Right there, just very light. Yeah, okay, that works. Yeah, these are all, see, this might get flagged. It's a remix of it, but I think it'll get flagged, this freaking song. So bear with me if everything goes silent. Now this character is definitely one that's gonna have a lot of shine on her. Like I feel the skin here should have like a lot of good like shaded like highlights and stuff. So my headphone cord like wiggled against my arm, and I was like, ah, what is that? Adding just a pinch of the skin tone, literally reflecting in these teeth. There we go. Or maybe no. You know what? No, that's silly. If anything, it would reflect in the pearls. I'll say that much. Yeah, let's see. These pearls are like a gray color, but they should still reflect in the green on the bottom. Screw it, the pearls are going to reflect the pearl. You can't tell really. The pearls are very light gray. So I'm going to have them reflect white with the green in the bottom. We don't need to keep putting more and more pink into this. But, speaking of which, give her a little cue ball head shine. That's a bad reflection. Nope. Make it white again. And then that's it. Much better. Yeah, just that. Just that. Let's see. A little bit on the nose. Or lack thereof. And yeah, something like that. Okay, good. Shading in the shirt, and I think we'll be done. Come on. Trying to blend the green. It's like swishing around but not getting the color, the tone I want. There we go. Click. Change pencils for a minute. Make that bigger, bigger. There we go. Just want to clean this edge. And just because I don't like this big swash right here of literal, like, just solid green, I like a little bit of shading around the neck, around the collar. I just realized I didn't do any shading on her bottom lip. Just a little shadow. Come on. Yeah, that's a, she has a mean overbite. She's gonna have a bit of a shadow casting because of that. There we go. Dark on top, because the sun is, when the light's coming down, it's dark on top, light on the bottom, because the hole is indented. So if it's indented, the bottom rim catches the light, the top curve doesn't. And that's all it takes. Just you have a solid black with just a dark and light on the bottom, and it kind of hints the idea of the sunken hole. I know there's a term for people who like are afraid of, like, it's a fear of holes, like holes in trees and holes in creatures. Like when frogs have holes in their backs. Ooh. There's a term for people who have that fear. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I've officially finished. Is it 10 altogether? Let me hit save. Open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 bookmarks. 10 bookmarks of everyday monsters. Yeah, the 10 bookmarks of everyday monsters, and I'm gonna just, I'll print a few of these. I'll print like maybe 3 of each. So it's like, 1, 2, do the math. I'll print 3 of each, so 30 altogether. And I'm gonna have these at my table, along with the art I already have. So I have like tons of sculptures, some old plushies, new sculptures, the new Demon in a Bottle. Those are coming along well. The Demon in the Bottles are coming along well. It's just a process to make them. But these will probably be like $1. I'll sell them for $1. Just a big old stack of them. The bookmarks are crying out loud. Sell them for $1, they'll make the money back. But, yeah, okay. Stretch my back out, crack everything that needs to be cracked. And I think that'll be it, guys. I think that's it for for this week's stream. For those of you who are hoping to see the completion of Spider, I had to take a break from her. She was bugging the hell out of me. No pun intended. But these also had to be done. So I figured, why not? So, once again, for the announcements, that is, once again, that's, Brooklyn Horror Con and New York Toy Con, September and October. And I believe right now also it's Brooklyn Comic Con at the end of August. I might want to go and check that out myself. I want to have a table there. I'm definitely going to see if I can make it. So check that out too. It's actually quite nice, Brooklyn Comic Con. And now I would say, once again, I am Dante. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the future. Later.